Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about mastering the 3D and bending reality. Yeah, this can be a very helpful video for you. I know that it's going to be very helpful for you guys because this is something that has the ability to really maneuver you around any type of like block or resistance or doubt or anything. So yeah, we're going to talk about that today. If you're new here, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. If you're new here, I talk about law of assumption, master manifestation, all that good stuff. I'd love to have you be a part of the community. Hi, Fashion Hybrid. Hi, AW, I love you too. Hi, Ty. Hi, Reality Godifested. Hi, Nina. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Danny. All right, let's jump in, you guys, okay? So the first thing, if you want to master the 3D, stop letting the 3D be your validation. A lot of people, okay, here's a metaphor I used to use all the time, right? So if you have a juicer and you have been putting orange juice in your juicer and now you have juice, right? Orange juice. And you're looking at the orange juice, you want apple juice now, but you're looking at the orange juice to determine whether you're going to start putting apples in your juicer or not, right? This is where a lot of people are. So your thoughts have created your reality, right? But what happens is people are so entranced by reality that they're waiting on reality to change before they change their thoughts. And here's the thing, I will say for most of you guys, you're changing your thoughts, but are you changing what you're accepting as true? This is the difference between like manifesting instantly and taking lots and lots of time and effort to manifest, is accepting your whatever desire, assumption, belief, whatever, accepting it as true, okay? So you're not looking for proof. You're not looking for the evidence in the 3D. That's like you looking for proof of apple juice in a cup that has been squeezing oranges, right? So if that's the case, you're not going to find it there. You have to go ahead and put the apples in there and squeeze those for the apple juice to come out. All right. So now this is the thing, you guys. As long as you let 3D validate you, as long as you let what's going on tell you what it is, you're going to continue to experience that, you guys. Okay. You're going to continue to experience that. What you're doing as a sorcerer, as a master manifester, as a creator, is coming above what is and redeciding it, okay? Now, let's get deeper into this. Thank you all. You guys are so friggin' sweet. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Ace of Pentacles. Hi, Cinquetta. No, my show is on. I love you. Hi, Jenny. Okay. Hi, Miss Wellness. Shut the new. I'm gonna answer questions in a minute, okay? All right, so here's the thing, y'all. Here's the problem, right? This is something that I've been helping people with, is fully knowing your godhood, right? Fully accepting your godhood. Listen, y'all, if you want to master the 3D, if you want to be able to manifest like instantly, if you want to be able to manifest beyond techniques, beyond processes, if you want to just be magnetic to things, know yourself as God. Now, here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem with that. I've been talking about this with my clients, and I've been talking about this in the videos as well, right? The higher mind and the lower mind. So your higher mind is the part of you that knows that I am God, right? The lower mind is the part of you that doubts, questions, fears, is subject to circumstances, right? So the higher mind, here's the thing, right? I've been telling, like, everybody asks me, how do I maintain the God state? How do I stay in my higher mind? I'm tired of going back and forth, right? But the higher mind is knowing yourself as God. But what we spend our time in is most of the time the lower mind, which is identified with separation. The higher mind is identified with oneness. The higher mind is the God state. The higher mind is the God mind that knows I'm one with everything and everything is already mine. There's nothing to go get. It's just a selection of what am I choosing to light up right now, right? That's what the higher mind is knowing. That's what the God mind is knowing. I'm gonna say this, and I've been telling people this, but listen, y'all. The moment you step into manifesting, you exit the God state. The moment you step into, I'm manifesting something, you have to be identified with lack in that moment. You have to be saying, there's something out there for me to get that I don't have already, and you already in the illusion by that point, okay? Now, here's the part that's fucking us up, because all of us here are manifesting all the time and, doing all this stuff all the time. So we feel like I am in my higher mind. I manifest all the time, right? But here's the thing is that you spend your spirituality time, right? Your spiritual time for you is affirming, right? Scripting, trying to make something happen, trying to bring something to yourself that you're in that moment believing is not true. So even when you're in your spiritual practice and you're in your higher mind, you're still coming from the lower mind, okay? So you're still coming from lack. You're still coming from I am not. And this is the thing, guys. I'm not saying to create. I'm not saying not to create. I'm not saying not to manifest, right? But what I'm saying is when you are identified as your higher self and when you make that your business, right? When you make that your intention, instead of waking up and saying, how do I go get something that I don't have, that I'm not? How do I become something that I'm not? You make your intention to know yourself as the all, as the one that has it all, as the one that is all, right? As the one that is full and complete and whole and perfect already, right? So now here's the thing about this as well, is that we are waiting on proof in the 3D. So what we say is, well, if I'm God, I should have this, this, and this, right? If I'm God, I should be living this life. My life shouldn't look like what it looks like. So I'm not going to fully step into my godhood. I need to go ahead and manifest something out here to prove to me my godhood. And for all of us, that's something different, right? Maybe it's money, maybe it's an SP, maybe it's a certain lifestyle, a certain whatever, right? There's something out there that you want to confirm to you who you are. And the part is like, you're chasing something that you think that you're not. So reality is reflecting back to you. You're chasing something that you are not identified with, right? Because you're like, I want this to prove to me that I'm God. But you're coming from, in that moment, lack. You're coming from, I'm not God, and I want this thing to come and prove to me that I'm God. So then, as you chase it, reality is reflecting what you are. So it's reflecting back to you that, yeah, you can't have it because you're not God yet, because that's what you decided, right? So all of the things that you're doing to prove to yourself as God is actually proving the opposite to you. That, oh, I'm not God yet. And so you continue chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing and never actually fully accepting and assuming yourself as God, which is what will get that thing to come to you in a hurry, right? So fully assume your godhood. This is what the God state remembrance is about, right? This is the monthly membership. I just had someone tell me today that she already hit her goal of $20,000. We're still like a week out from the 30 days. And she already manifested her goal of $20,000 in the God state remembrance. Okay? Not by trying and efforting. She said when she saw it, she was like, damn, she wasn't even she was like, wow, like it kind of surprised her, but she's like, but this is exactly what I asked for. This is the thing that I be talking about, y'all, is that a lot of times the way that we're operating and maneuvering is contradicting your God self, right? It's contradicting your God state. When you're trying and you're efforting to prove to yourself that you're God, God doesn't try and effort. It just does. It just is. Okay? And more than that, it's just like when I tell you guys, when I talk about the SP and I'm saying that the more that you're chasing and desperate over someone, the more that you are not, like, the more that you're kind of repelling it away from you, right? And it's the same thing with your desires and manifestation. Is the more that you're chasing, the more that you're like trying and efforting and, oh my God, it's over there and how do I get it and I can't get it and it's not here and, oh, I just need to be more powerful but I'm not powerful and, oh, this and this and that. It's like, no, skip all that and go right to the truth, which is that you are, fully assume your godhood. Stop trying to master the 3D without mastering yourself. Stop trying to master the 3D as a mere muggle, because it's just frustrating you, okay? This is something that, this is really gonna help you guys, okay? Know that 3D is subject to you. Know that you are supreme over 3D, okay? There's ways, like, okay, I've really been like ascending in consciousness, right? I've been coming to new ideas and new epiphanies and knowing myself as God deeper, right? And so what has happened is a lot of things that were hard for me, or things that I was like, oh yeah, I can't really see, I don't see how this is gonna happen, or it's been taking too long, or this or that, don't seem like that to me anymore. Like, to be honest, you guys, I'm not really desiring much right now. And I still, obviously, there's still things that I want, right? Like, there's still things that I'm like for instance, my wedding. I want my wedding to be really gorgeous and beautiful. You know, I want to do more traveling. You know, I want, you know, all kind of stuff, right? But those things don't feel like something that I'm creating anymore. They feel like something that's already done. So when I think about it, it's more like, ooh, that's wonderful. That already is. Instead of like, damn, how do I get that to happen, right? Moving out of how do I get that to happen and into it's done. That's something that you do immediately. But you guys, like, not you guys, and I want to stop saying that, not you guys, but sometimes us people, right? Sometimes, especially like when I'm talking to people and they're like, well, you know, I'm assuming this thing, but it's not here yet. It's not done yet. So I must not be doing it right. No, when you're assuming something, you're assuming it done. You're not just saying something in the hopes that that's going to make something that's not done be done. Do you see how that makes a process, right? And that was like tongue twisty and like a lot. When you are saying, this is not done, okay? And this is the consciousness that a lot of people are coming from. This is not done. I'm going to do these things. I think they're the right things. I hope they're the right things. This person said they're the right things. So I'm going to do these things. And then those things are going to bring me to it being done. Okay. Now let's think about the law of assumption, right? Let's think about the law of assumption and think about the fact that everything is manifesting in a now moment. So at the moment that you say it's not done, that's what you're consciously lighting up. At the moment that you say, I got to do all this stuff and I hope it's the right thing, I'm not sure it's the right thing, I'm trying all these things, that's the moment that you're lighting up, right? So you can skip all of those things, and the moment that you have a desire, you can accept it on yourself, right? But you can't do that when you decide what's true based off of 3D. When you decide what's true and what's real based off of 3D, you have to continue to experience what's going on in the 3D, right? All right. Now, accepting yourself as supreme. I noticed with me that, like, this is what I was saying, is that there were things that I would still be thinking like, I don't know, and that's hard, and I struggle with this, and you know, whatever. But how do I want to say this? It's you making it your business to know yourself as God, instead of making your business to manifest something to give you the proof that you need to know yourself as God. It's you accepting that your decision is the only decision that's making anything happen. That's what it is. It's you accepting that imagination creates. This is why I tell you guys, It's not so much about believing. If you want to work on any belief, work on the belief that your imagination is creating, that your say-so is creating. That belief is going to trump all other beliefs, because it doesn't matter what belief. It doesn't matter if you have the shittiest beliefs on earth. If you also have the belief, if you take on the belief that my mind is creating, that an assumption, though false, if persistent and will harden into fact, then it doesn't really matter what beliefs you have, because you can override those beliefs. You can change those beliefs easily. But a lot of us are feeling stuck, right? Well, but this is the belief I have, and I've always felt like this, and it's always been like that. All right, you don't have to continue in that though. But you want something outside of you to prove to you that you don't have to continue. You want some movement or someone to tell you something, or some manifestation to tell you that you don't have to continue to believe that anymore. But you're the one that gets to tell yourself that. When you understand that reality is subject to you, okay? The same way that you tend to your plants or tend to your babies, right? Is the same way that you attend to your mind. You won't let bullshit thoughts run amok. If you find out that your baby is allergic to freaking peanut butter, you're not gonna feed them a peanut butter bottle, right? You're not gonna feed them a peanut butter shake. You're not gonna give them peanut butter and jelly, right? You're not gonna do it because, well, I've been giving them peanut butter and jelly, and that's, they really like peanut butter and jelly. Or better yet, this is the one that came to me in meditation. It's not funny, but if you have a baby that's born, like, let's say you adopt a baby, and the baby is born addicted to alcohol. It's born like addicted to alcohol. And so the baby is fussy because it's missing the alcohol out of its system. You're not gonna be like, but they're crying, so I guess I should just go ahead and just continue to give them alcohol. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna, it doesn't matter what it is, you're not going to continue to do that. So why sit here and tell stories and entertain stories that you know don't serve you, just because that's what it was, just because that's how it's been, right? Just like, it doesn't matter. And this is why I say, when you are doing that, it's because you have not accepted yourself as God, and you have not accepted yourself as God because you're waiting on something to prove to yourself that you should accept yourself as God. But none of those things can prove anything to you, even if you do manifest these things, right? You might be like, oh, if I can manifest 100K overnight, then I'll feel like I'm God. You're gonna manifest 100K and be like, damn, that's awesome, this is great, but 100K really wasn't that much. I mean, look at the way that it came. I mean, it could have still been this. So maybe I need to do 1 million. If I could do 1 million overnight, then I would definitely feel like I'm God, right? But nothing's gonna make you feel like that. You step into that feeling. You take the mask off. You take the limitation off. This is the thing, you guys, y'all, like, the limitation that you think you have is just a story that you've been telling. It's a story that you've been telling and believing and persisting in. That's it. It's not even real. It's not even true, right? It's just a story that you've been telling, and you don't have to continue to tell it, all right? So, number one, I'm gonna read your questions. If you guys have questions, you guys can ask, and read your comments in a sec, but stop letting 3D validate you. Stop going to what's going on in front of me to tell me, is this real or not? Is this happening or not? Is this mine or not? All right? That's, sorry you guys, but it's dumb. And I'm not saying you're dumb, because we all do this. I do this sometimes, okay? But I'm saying it's dumb, all right? You need to know that you looking at a glass of orange juice, that after you've put oranges into a juicer and looking at the glass and saying, well, this could never be apple juice, I just might as well keep putting oranges in there, is dumb, okay? Well, 3D looks like this, and I know I'm creating, but I'm just gonna keep telling the same story because 3D looks like this. Oh, I'm looking for a story that, I haven't even persisted in 3D and I don't see it, so I'm not gonna persist. It's dumb, okay? Oh, wow, I know that I'm creative. I know that my mind is creating. I know that my words are creating, and I'm going to say some bullshit. I'm going to tell bullshit stories. It's dumb, okay? All right. Stop letting 3D validate you. Stop letting anything validate you except yourself. Okay. And I've been talking about Neville getting out the army. And when his colonel told him no, Neville didn't even think about like, oh, well, maybe, I must need to affirm more. Oh man, Neville didn't go in his Neville didn't go on his blog and be like, hey guys, I got movement today. I went to the thing and, he said he felt bad for me. But he told me, no, I got to, whatever. No, Neville was like, the moment that Neville decided I'm going home, he went, he was there already. It was already done for him. It was a done deal, a done fact, because Neville accepts his assumption over 3D. Accept your assumption over 3D. Accept your assumption over 3D and keep persisting in it. Keep persisting in it. Keep persisting. It's done. Stop trying. Stop saying, I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to get it to come through. It might be, it could be, it might be on the way. No, it could be, it might be on the way. All of those are different realities that you're lighting up. The same way that you're saying it could be done maybe one day in 21 days or however the fuck, you could just say it's done now. And that's the invitation, is to be bold, right? And this is the part 2, y'all. It takes guts, okay? It takes guts. It takes gumption. It takes bravery to look in the face of something and claim something else. But that's what you're asked to do. That's what you're asked to do. That's what God does, calling forth those things that are not as though they were, all right? Know that 3D is subject to you. You're not subject to 3D. 3D is subject to you. You're not looking at what juice came out to tell you what to put in the juicer. You're deciding what juice would I like. Then I need to put that fruit in. Okay? It's subject to you. Every time you looking at 3D and you're like, oh my God, but 3D, oh my God, realize that you're saying that 3D is supreme to you. You want to make 3D your bitch? Make it your bitch then. Stop letting it make you its bitch. Stop letting 3D boss you around. Stop letting 3D put you in the corner. Stop letting 3D put you in timeout. Stop letting 3D make you question yourself. Stop looking to 3D like, oh my God, my power, it's out there. Oh my God, once he texts me, I'll know that I'm so powerful. Oh my God, once I get this money, I'll know. But for right now, I'm okay at manifesting and I'm all right. And, sometimes I get what I want. And I don't know if this will be one of those times. Stop all that shit. Because honestly, y'all, all of y'all here, y'all know this. Y'all true to this, not new to this. Okay. Y'all hear it all the time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop letting anything leak out. Stop letting any of that weak shit leak out. Okay. And stand firm in your power. Fully assume your God self. Stop dipping your toe in your God self. Okay, stop dipping your toe. Stop. Ooh, that's what I was saying about the lower mind and the higher mind, okay? Your higher mind. How do you cultivate your higher mind? You do this in meditation and prayer and knowing yourself as God and reading books, right? Reading Neville, all this stuff, right? Knowing yourself, feeding your spiritual side, right? Your lower mind, how does your lower mind get fed? In need and desperation and identifying with lack and chasing and forcing and freaking the fuck out, right? And here's the thing, y'all. We dip ourselves, we dip ourselves in the higher mind, right? If there's 2 cups of the higher mind and the lower mind is filled to the top. The higher mind is like, okay, let me dash in there. I'm God. All right, let me force this thing into 3D that's not here. Let me affirm for this thing that's not here. Oh no, look, 3D, it's not working. I've been doing this for 26 hours and it's not even here yet. They said it was 24 hours. Oh, and the whole time, your Godstate cup is not full. It's not even really like collecting anything, because the only time you even give your God self any attention or any acknowledgement is when you're trying to force something that you still are identifying with lack as. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you would contemplate and focus on and give your attention to the truth of yourself, which is whole, complete, and perfect in every moment. In every moment. If that was your intention, was to know yourself as God, and you filled that cup up, you wouldn't even have to leave your fucking couch. You wouldn't even have to leave your seat to bring all the things that you want into your life. You wouldn't have to chase after manifestations for months and months and months just to get one damn thing, or to get partially what you want. or to try and do some shit for years to get hot and cold results. If you stood firm, I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing that it's like an image that I've been getting. But if you imagine yourself filled up with magnetic energy, and this is like your awareness, right? Yes, this is your awareness. You're filled up with magnetic energy. But when you see something you want, when you identify as separate, you send that energy out. You're like, you go get me some money, you go get me a man, you go get me a house. And then you got all your magnetic, but your magnetic energy is leaving you to go seek for things, okay? And guess what? It could do that, right? You could do that. That's where most of us are coming from. The magnetic energy goes out and it becomes like, it goes out and gets the things for you, right? But that takes however long that takes, right? And then, and you're feeling depleted. By the time the thing makes it back to you, like, God damn, it's been months or years and it's finally back, and my energy been depleted so long, I don't even feel good, right? But instead, if you were to maintain that magnetic energy in yourself, and instead of waiting for something outside of you to prove something to you, you know that I am the all, right? I am all. I am that. It is mine. It's already mine. There's nothing for me to go get. So I don't need to send my energy out. I can keep the energy within me. I can keep the magnetic energy within me, and it's going to magnetize things to me, right? Then you don't have to be burnt out. Then you don't have to be action, working hard for months of stuff. It's just a knowing that there's nothing to do because it's already done. That's the best state I've ever been in. There's nothing to do because it's already done. There's nothing to do. Not because I'm saying I'm just gonna live a sucky life. I'm just gonna not get what I want. I'm just gonna be happy with what I want. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the part of you that is saying, I'm manifesting something, I'm trying to get this thing, is the part of you that is identified with the lack of that thing, and that's creating the experience of the lack of that thing. And the part of you that is identified as whole, perfect, complete, is identifying with the having of that thing that's going to reveal to you the having of that thing that's already true. Okay? Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to read your comments really quick, and then I'm going to go. Okay. What you manifest, that energy needs to be felt at the present moment. I would say that's the goal. I wouldn't say it has to be, because sometimes that's not always the case. But I would say to practice that. Okay? Thank you, everyone. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I did my hair yesterday and today. Fixed it today. Or finished it today. I just want to say, I revised me falling when I skated. I affirmed that my body didn't feel pain and it knows how to heal itself endlessly. And boom, the pain went away in the same day. I love that. Congratulations, Miriam. Oh, Fashion Hybrid, you're so sweet. Yes, Ty, since Livy been on her highest timeline, so have I. I love that. Okay. Yes. I just be living life and let it all unfold. I don't even desire anything right now, but whatever comes is better than my imagination. That's it. That's it, Ty. Yes. I'm learning the power of detachment. Hey, listen, some of y'all, that would benefit you. It will give you so much peace, you guys. I've been on 4 vacations in 30 days, and y'all know I was homeless 6 months ago. Literally my highest timeline. I love that. That is amazing, Ty. I'm so used to being the one with everything that I feel like I have to do or make initiative. And if I don't, shit won't get done or handled. The no contact with SP, this is the first time I haven't called or text. And I feel like not doing anything isn't working because that's your assumption, okay? So this is the thing, and I want to say this. I've noticed when you're in the shift from doing techniques to get something to not do and to just knowing, there is that kind of like, it's like separation anxiety from your techniques. because you've kind of made a god out of techniques. I remember my spirit guides or my intuition or whatever you want to call it saying that. They were like, you make a god out of subliminals. You think that your power is in this thing. You think the power is in this technique or the power is in the subliminal. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can continue to go back and forth of doing whatever it is that you want to do. But for you, Nina, like, this is where I say, like, okay, I want to talk about 3 states. So when you're a regular person, the only way for you to get results is with action. Then when we wake up to when we wake up, right? This is where most manifestors, I think, are. There's one foot in the God state and one foot in the muggle world. And so you kind of combine that together, and it's like, well, if I do these manifestational things, then I can get what I want, right? But even in that, and this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, even in that, if I do these things, then I'll get what I want. You're admitting right there that you don't have what you want. What you're aware of is that it's not done. It hasn't happened yet. And there's something I have to do to make it done, okay? And what I'm saying is the next state is knowing that it's already done. There's nothing for you to do. Now, if you're in the consciousness that says, well, it's not done and there is something I have to do, then go ahead and do that, right? Like, if you want to go ahead and do it. But because there is, like I said, there is that kind of separation anxiety that comes from, well, I've been dependent on techniques and I have faith in techniques. I don't have faith in my God self, though. That's the truth of it, right? But when you really know that there's nothing to be done because it's already done. There's nothing to do because it's already done. There's nothing to get because it's already yours. That's a different state. And in that awareness, it is done, right? Hi, Kyra. That's amazing. I just started a business this morning and got my first client 3 hours after filing the LLC. It's literally all immediate. I love that, Ty. Congratulations. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you, Ty. I'm working on getting all of my manifestations to be instant, not just certain ones. Okay, princess. So this is a great thing. And this is for you to decide that they are, right? That it is, right? And how, when it comes to instant manifestation, for me, it comes down to what are you really expecting in the moment, though? If I say, I'm manifesting it to rain right now, right? Am I really expecting for the clouds to open up and raindrops to start falling? Or am I like, well, but the weather said it's going to be sunny and I don't really know. And is that even going to really happen? Maybe later tonight it could, but I don't really think right now. Like, get into the moment, you guys. What are you really expecting to happen in the moment, right? And start expecting your manifestation in the moment. And really something else that when it comes to instant manifestation is go past it. Go past, I want it to be instant to, it is instant. It already happened, right? Hi, Astrid. I love you too. You guys are so funny. Thank you. Thank you, Astrid. You're so sweet. I feel like you always go live like when I've decided to manifest something. You're helping me right now. I always wonder if I'm assuming wrong. I just have to keep persisting. Assume you're always right. That's the thing. You can't be wrong. Just assume whatever you want, y'all. That's the thing. There's no rules for what you can assume. There's no rules. There's nothing that says like, oh, you can only assume it's working if you've been like this. No, you can just assume that's working. You could do everything opposite of what I'm telling you and still assume that's working, okay? I wouldn't suggest that, but you can. You can do whatever you want because you're limitless. Yes, I'm finding that reminding myself of other seeming impossible manifestations is helping me a lot. Like, wait, I've been doing this before I even knew. Exactly. How to detach. I accept more and more I create and is done, but at times I just want my desires and I feel like I may be in desperation or lack. Okay, that's so real, you know, and it's okay. To detach, this is the thing. There's different ways of detaching. There's the way of detaching where you kind of, you're just like, I don't really need this thing. It would be nice, but I don't need it. And that can help with the desperation. But there's also the detachment that comes from knowing that it's already done. Okay. There's the detachment from knowing that it's already done. So that's the detachment that you want to have. The attachment comes to, how do I get it to be done? Because it's not done, right? I want you to start, like, when you're observing what you're saying or even what you're doing, what state are you coming from when you're doing that, right? Because even like when it comes to techniques and things like that, you can be doing techniques from a state that you know it's done. You can be envisioning something that you already know is done because it feels good to envision it, right? But are you coming from, this isn't done and I need this to be done? The other thing I'll say about detachment is a lot of times we want something so bad because what you want is internal. So let's say it's an SP and you're like, I want this person so bad and da 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 da, all this stuff. But what you want is not just the SP. You want to feel a certain way, right? You want to feel loved. You want to feel important. You want to feel like you matter. You want to feel lovable. You want to feel desirable. And those are things that you can actually give yourself, right? And so this is the thing, is just like I'm saying, when you're seeking for something that your current identification is, I am not that, I want to feel lovable. I want to feel desirable. Currently, I don't feel lovable or desirable. And I'm trying to force this person to show up in a way that's going to make me feel lovable and desirable. That's not sustainable. Okay. You decide, again, from your God state, from the one that knows that I'm all, and I'm simply selecting out of the infinity. I'm deciding that I'm the version of myself that is lovable and is desirable. And I'm knowing that for me within. And I know that the reflection of that has to come. It's inevitable. Okay, also the fear of not happening or that it will take a long time. What can answer both of these? It already happened. Stop seeing your desires as a probability, okay? Stop seeing your desires as a probability and accept it as a fact, okay? There are no facts, and they're all facts. Since they're all facts, they're no facts, right? Seriously, though, like, it already happened. This is the thing, you guys. Go to the end. Live in the end. Okay? Okay. My line of credit is going to be suspended today, technically in the 3D, and was less than $100 short of the minimum payment. Okay, it wasn't suspended, though. No, it wasn't. Actually, they increased your credit limit. They were like, wow, like you always pay on time. You're so responsible with this money. Do you want to double that money that you have? Like, they actually gave you more. Okay? They don't get to tell you what it is. All right? They don't get to tell you what it is. You tell them what it is. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Celestial goddess is hilarious. Hi, everyone, by the way, that I didn't say hi to. Okay. Okay. My boyfriend had some high blood pressure and kidney issues, which now he can't work. Okay, so see him working. See him telling you, no, don't even just see him working. See him working and hear him telling you how he's never felt better. You can, if you go to the doctor with him, you can hear the doctor telling him, wow, everything looks incredible. What are you doing? Right? Go right to the end, you guys. If there's unwanted circumstances, do not accept that. Do not accept that. Do not be like, oh, this is the truth. No, it's not. It may be the truth in one reality, and another reality it's not. And you get to select the other reality that, no, actually, it's never been like that. He's always been perfectly healthy. And actually, the machines were messed up. Like, seriously, the machines are messed up. Because his blood pressure and his kidneys are actually perfect. They're actually wonderful. He's in the best health he's ever been in his life. And he's working and he loves it. And that's it. How do you stand in that knowing consistently? You practice. Okay? This is the thing, y'all. And this is the thing too. Okay? This is part of what the point of this video is. Your God self is a constant. Your God self is not, it's not dependent on, am I manifesting things or not? Is things going my way in 3D or not? If things are looking good, then I'm powerful. If things are not looking good, I'm not powerful. Okay? That's what takes you out of the God state, is because you determine your God state based off what's going on in front of you. Okay? You determining your God state based off what's going on is like, I don't know, dating a guy that's like, you only look cute when you have makeup on and you're dressed up and your hair is done. Like you, oh, you just woke up out of bed. You got your hair in a messy bun. I can't fuck with you right now. I can't, you go talk to me later. Like, that's not real. That's not true. That's not deep, right? Standing in your knowing is standing in your knowing regardless of what's going on. Once again, not having your validation from 3D, having your validation from yourself, and making that your intention, you guys. Make it your intention, okay? Make it your intention to know yourself as God, all right? I have $4 in my bank account, been angry today, crying, declaring my truth again. This means nothing. I know who I am and who I am choosing to be every day. Love to all. And yeah, Soul on Fire, you don't have $4 in your bank account because you have more, because somebody just sent you some money. It actually just hit your account right now, period. And it keeps hitting your account over and over and over and over and over. Every time you look, it's more money in there. It's amazing. Your bank account is like magnetic to money. It's actually crazy. People want to study it. They're like, wow, like, what do you do? Do you have to know the how? No, you don't. You don't ever have to know the how. Never think of the how. Okay? Never think of the how. I was watching a video of mine. I don't know if it was an old one or a new one. And I was like, do you want to be in a small box as a manifester? Do you want to be in a small, teeny, tiny box as a manifester? Then worry about the how. The how is going to keep you limited because just like who's saying it, Ty, there are ways you know not of. There are ways you know not of. It doesn't matter, you guys. Listen, maybe I need to be saying this. When you have a desire, the first thing you do is go to it's already mine. And when I say go to it's already mine, I don't mean just say, okay, I'm going to affirm it's already mine. No, I mean accept that it's already yours. Okay? That is manifesting from the God state. It's already mine. How it happened is none of my business. Who cares? Right? Who cares? Okay. Yes. Detaching is just letting go of the bullshit, not necessarily the desire. Yes, that's the difference between the two. Someone up here was saying, like, I'm feeling embarrassed because I've been watching Olivia for a while and I'm still struggling. Okay? And y'all, it's okay. This is the thing. This is the thing. Everybody goes through things at times, okay? Everybody goes through things at times. Just because you were feeling powerful one month don't mean you're going to be feeling powerful the next month. And that's okay. It's part of the human journey to get on the path and fall down and get back up and fall. You know, it's just part of it. But also understand that you get to just decide that, just like Ty said, I'm on my highest timeline now. Stop trying. If you're like, I've been watching and you know, I've been listening to this and it all makes sense, but things aren't changing and this and that, is because you're still identifying and accepting yourself as the lower self, as the lacking self, as the in progress self. Accept yourself as God instead. Accept yourself as God. And listen, y'all, I really want y'all to hear this. I've said this like 10 times, but what's tripping you up is that you have one foot in your godhood and the other foot is in conditions. And that foot in conditions, you're like, I'll put that other foot in the godhood once these conditions change, okay? And so, but the conditions are showing you your double-mindedness. Your conditions are showing you you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So you're getting 1 foot in and 1 foot out results. And then you keep deducting from those results that, see, I'm not there yet. So I'm going to just keep my foot in 1 foot in the circumstance. You see what I'm saying? You have to be bold enough to come out of the circumstance before it changes, you guys. You have to be bold enough to come into a new identity of self before you have evidence of that. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Lisa. You're so, so sweet. I'm so glad the Godstate Remembrance has been helping. You guys can join. You get your first 7 days free, so you can check it out, okay? It's in the description. And also, my one-on-one is open, you guys. You guys can book sessions with me. I've decided to leave it at the $222 price. So you guys can book with me. That was told to me because part of what I've been learning, I told you guys a long time ago that God told me to take care of his children and he'll take care of me, right? And what that means in the speak of Neville and all of this stuff is from the God state, from knowing myself as God, is to give of that. Not so much looking at it as I have to do these things to make money, but knowing that I'm already taken care of. The money is it's just an energy exchange. But I'm already taken care of and I don't have to rely on anything to be taken care of. So because of that, my prices will be lower. All right. Money isn't even real, for real though. Any good subliminal recommendations? Yeah. This is the thing, y'all. This is why I be telling y'all about subliminals, is that when I use subliminals, I'm not picky. I'm not like, oh, who's the creator or what's their thing or what's that. I'm just like, for me, it was more like intuitively, like which one feels like the one I should pick. But of course, High Frequency Guru, she's probably your best bet because she's going to have subliminals on anything you could think of. But I also like Slade. I like a lot of channels, you guys. So I was doing so good mentally until today. It's okay. Have grace. Give yourself grace. Be compassionate with yourself, you guys. Be compassionate. If you guys knew the amount of times that I was like upset or feeling not powerful or feeling whatever, it would shock you. It simply doesn't matter. And that's the thing, is now, even in those moments when I'm feeling like that, I'm like, it doesn't matter. It still doesn't matter, bro. Like, it doesn't matter when it's already done. Okay? All right. Okay. I came on here asking for money advice a few times. I'm pregnant and lost my jobs. Baby is due anytime now. And I've been blessed with gifts, won the lottery, random bank deposits. So grateful. The Empress, you know, it's so funny. I was watching a live before I got on here, and it was a live of you telling us that you were pregnant. And I was thinking about you, and I was like, I hope, like, I'm knowing she's doing well now. She's doing good now. Everything's good with her. And I was just thinking about you, and here's the confirmation. I love that. Of course you are. And you're giving birth to a little master manifestor baby, and we love her already. I'm sending you so much love, Empress. I'm praying that your delivery and your time with your baby, that everything goes incredibly wonderful and smooth, that it happens very fast and painlessly, that it's no complication, everything is wonderful, and that you have a wonderful time raising your baby, and that you have a wonderful, beautiful baby, which we already know that you do. So congratulations. Oh yeah, I Want It, I Got It. I really like I Want It, I Got It. Subliminals too. And Do You Flow? Do You Flow? I like hers too. All right. Another when I have been so grateful for every dollar I have and affirming money comes to me easily. And then I came to work and they gave me a $4 raise. I don't plan on stopping there. That's amazing, Miriam. Congratulations. That's a lot, y'all. Like $4 just a raise like that, man. Back when I was like working in like retail and I was getting paid per hour, they was like, yeah, you're gonna get 50 cents, 75 cents. And I was like, yay, 75 cents. That's awesome, Miriam. I'm so proud of you. Yes, look at all you master manifestors. I'm so proud of you guys. Princess Asia. I love all the princesses in here. Is it silly? I feel guilty to join the Godstate since I don't want to risk canceling after 7 days if money-wise I won't have the funds to pay because I don't want to join unless I know I can pay. Redhead, no, come get your bag. Like, listen, this is the thing, okay? It's like the Godstate remembrance is something that my higher self told me to do, that God told me to do, because I want to take you guys on this journey up the levels of consciousness that I'm on. So if you're gonna go in for 7 days and get as much as you can and cancel, do that. There's no shame in that. That's why the 7 days, because I had an option to make it 7 days free or not. And I really wanted people to be able to see if it's a good fit for them. You know what I mean? And to be honest, Redhead, if you go, let me tell you this, okay? Because you heard me when I said somebody just manifested $20,000 before the 30 days was even up, okay? What I will tell you is if you're gonna do it for the 7 days, do it. Read the Bible study every morning. Do the scripting challenge every morning, right? I plan on being more active in there because I've been like a whirlwind of stuff has been going on in my world, but now I'm kind of settling back down to where I could be more active in there. But actually do the things. And if by 7 days you have no change within yourself or in your finances, then shit, it ain't worth your money. Okay? But that's if you actually apply yourself, okay? All right. Okay, I am about to go. Let's see here. Aw, I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage. No. Look, if it was you taking advantage, Redhead, that's on me for offering it for 7 days. If I was gonna feel like that, then that's my fault. Okay, that it has nothing to do with you. You go in, get the info. There's so much in there that you can use, you know, already. What would you suggest if you had an incurable disease and you're trying to stay positive, but you feel the symptoms and the pain? First of all, I just want to say I'm sorry to hear that. That is tough, you guys. It's tough. But first of all, know that you are supreme to that disease, that honestly, this is the thing. When you have something like that and you're feeling pain and you're experiencing very real, evidence of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest yourself out of, it's okay. You just need to still take the time to impress your mind, okay? Take all the time that you can to impress your mind with the opposite. You don't have to be in the middle of pain and be like, I'm not feeling anything. You don't have to do that. But you want to take the time when you can focus and make sure you're focusing and completely reject that. That's not true. No, I don't even have this. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm God. I can't be ill. My cells are reborn into every moment. I can't be ill, right? I'm God. I'm the infinite. I'm divine. My body can't be ill. My body follows my command. And my body is perfectly healthy, period. Okay? Okay. I love you guys so much. I am intending that this prospers you immensely. I'm absolutely sure that it has. If you guys would like to join the Godstate Remembrance, it's in the description. If you want to work with me one-on-one, it's in the description. Other than that, sending you all infinite love, and I will see you guys in a video soon.